name is Lee Dixon, completely in favor of HB 7. Abortion-inducing drugs coming into this state are hurting women and ending the lives of unborn children. And testimony out of Corpus Christi shows just how reckless groups like Aid Access actually are. On February 4th, Chris Cooperage of Corpus Christi found out that his girlfriend was pregnant. Chris Cooperage ordered abortion pills from Aid Access, even though his girlfriend did not want an abortion. On February 11th, he received those pills. You know, I'm not a doctor, but when someone orders drugs and they get the container that those drugs come in, usually it's for the person who is taking those drugs. Why is it that Aid Access sent a pill container with Chris Cooperage's name with instructions on taking abortion pills? That seems a little odd to me. On April 5th, he slipped 10 of those pills into his girlfriend's hot chocolate. And 30 minutes later, she ended up in the emergency room. This bill would prevent reckless groups like Aid Access from committing the atrocities that they're committing across Texas. I encourage you to join cities and counties across this state that have realized that we need to go further on our laws, that we have got to address this problem of abortion-inducing drugs in our state, and you guys are able to address that.
Thank you for your testimony. Members, are questions of this witness?
Just a quick question, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Anchia.
And I know we're running out of time. Why do you need a key tam process in state law to deal with the fact pattern that you just gave us? Why wouldn't you just have a prosecutor prosecute that person for poisoning his partner, whether it was arsenic, whether it was 10 tranquilizer pills or the pills that he gave her? Don't we already have laws in place to deal with that very fact pattern that you are pointing out, whether in civil law or criminal law?
Well, that's a great question.
I know.
With as many abortion pills coming into the state, it's not working, is it? We need to use every single method available to stop this. If this was fentanyl coming into our state, would we act the same way? When it's the subject of abortion, it gets treated differently, but we need to be using every single resource available. And if key tam saves one life, if this shuts down groups like Aid Access, then let's use every tool at our disposal to save people like Miss Davis in Corpus Christi.
So your goal is really to shut down Aid Access, is what you're saying?
They're killing a lot of children and hurting a lot of women in the state. I would love to see a group that is hurting women shut down, absolutely.
And the fact pattern you gave, is that currently being either dealt with in civil law or criminal law, do you know?
There is a wrongful death lawsuit, but it's not good enough. We have to do anything and everything we can because obviously Aid Access is still sending pills into the state. And that's why I'm completely for the 100,000 penalty that we're talking about. These are groups that are getting away with murder, and we've got to put an end to it.
You say do anything to these people to stop them. What about killing them?
I am pro-life.
Okay.
All right. Members, are further questions? Mr. Dixon. Seeing none, thank you for being here. Thank you for your testimony.